2 weeks ago, 8 Worst Game Ever alumni were whisked off into space to compete in an epic battle to become the winner of the 3rd edition in the series in Worst Game Ever 3 Supernova. At the beginning of the voyage, 2 epic space squadrons were formed based on seasonal divides, Season 1 versus Season 2. At the Immunity Challenge, Season 2 won the team challenge, saving them from elimination. Brady decided it was in his best interest to vote off Ashley with his Season 1 allies, but Ashley fired back, helping plan a blindside with Season 2 against Felix. Neither plan came into fruition as Elise had to leave the game for personal reasons. After Elise's early departure, Season 1 won the Immunity Challenge, causing Season 2's tight alliance to burst at the seams. After a deadlock vote going into the elimination ceremony, Danielle found a worst idol ever at the elimination ceremony and declared that there was a new sheriff in the spaceship,
I'd like to play my idol,
saving ally Jake and single-handedly eliminating Nate from the game. Then the space squads were dissolved, leaving everyone in a free-for-all state of mind. Jake won the Immunity Challenge, saving himself from being the target of the Season 1 alliance. Strategic mastermind Big Tuna and her gang of loyal soldiers decided to blindside Mike at elimination, sending the game's biggest villain out the laundry chute and into oblivion. Immediately after, a surprise blind elimination vote took Felix out of the game unanimously, leaving the others confused why he voted for himself. Once again, Jake won immunity, preventing the girls from sending home the game's biggest challenge threat. They all decided to target Dale, who was always hiding in the spaceship instead. After Dale's easy elimination, Felix came back for one last scare with his oxygen tank power, trying to convince Ashley to flip on Danielle if she wanted a chance at winning. Ashley considered, but after Felix's poor social game with her, she was unwilling to go to the wheel for him. After all of the chaos in space this season, we are only left with 3 space cadets. Ashley, the game's biggest underdog who had to fight from round 1 to keep the target off for herself. She flipped from alliance to alliance into the final 3, always watching out for her own back. Tonight, she's at a disadvantage going into the final immunity challenge, but can she pull off a miracle and win it all? Danielle, big being Tuna, strategic mastermind, who most certainly lived up to her legacy. Her social and strategic game kept the game running for the majority of the season. Will she join the Worst Game Ever Champions Club, or be slaughtered and sent to fish heaven? And Jake, the strongest challenge competitor of the game, who relied heavily on his social and physical game to make it through. After facing a near-death experience in round 2, he turned up the heat and made his way to the final 3. Can he make it to the finale tonight, or will he be sent home with a bronze medal? The epic conclusion to Worst Game Ever 3 Supernova starts now!
Looking at games, I'm surprised that they haven't tried to get me out, in the sense of, like, I've gotten 2 powers, I've won immunity before, I turned on people, and yet they're still kind of keeping me here, which makes me so nervous, because if I don't really win, like, this last challenge, I don't know what's going to happen. I just want to win. I want to win. I think I never deserve to fucking win. But I just don't think they're going to take me, if I'm being honest. Because they really don't have a reason to. I'm not someone who's gonna, play a pussy game. I want to play the game that I think is most deserving. If Ashley won, she would choose me, I think. Because she knows Jake's a big threat, and I think if Jake won, he would choose me because we've been together the longest, and we talked about that tonight. We talked that we were, but at this point, I think I might just be better off letting them duke it out to decide, because I'm going to look like an asshole, and I don't want to do that, because I promised both of them final 2s, and I don't want to get caught being shady. I'm trying to be a little snake in the grass, but sometimes snakes get caught with lawnmowers, and this is one of the times where snakes can't be caught, because there's 2 lawnmowers, and I'm in the middle.
Going into the final immunity challenge, I have to win. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I have to win to secure my safety. And it really, really sucks if I lose, because I have worked my ass off in every single immunity challenge and only have lost one individual immunity. One. If I can't win this last one, that will really hurt me. That would really hurt me.
I came into this, I was the very easy first boot. My team threw my name out there, so I was forced right away to then go to the other side and be like, I'm in this. I've got your guys' back if you've got mine. Like, keep me safe and we'll run this. Then, being the smart person that I am, I won the next challenge. I did that because it was me and Brady. Brady was blindfolded. He just had to listen. And then it became individual after that. And I had made connections with Danny, and I had begun making connections with everyone else, Dale, Felix, Brady. I talked to them. So I made those connections that ensured that I didn't need immunities. I didn't need powers. I didn't need that to get me by. And even when it came down to me, Danielle, and Dale at the first Final Four round, you know, I felt safe because of the connection that I had made with Danielle and therefore our connection with Jake. I feel like I have done a lot to go from the underdog, the season 1 first boot, to the finale.
Are you all ready to compete for final
Can
immunity?
I pee? Like, really quick?
Yeah, can I pee too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm gonna go pee too.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, and welcome to your final immunity challenge. This challenge is called the Alpha Ship. You all will be competing in some of the past challenges, along with some new ones.
What?
This will take place over a course of 5 stages in a race format. The first player to complete all 5 stages in order and correctly will win immunity and determine who they will sit next to in the final 2 on finale night.
Wow.
Once you complete a stage, you must say done with stage and then the number. I will explain each stage before you guys begin. You must go in order. Stage 1. Balance 6 solo cups on your hands, starting with the bottom side down. Once you do this, count to 3 and say done with stage 1, and I will let you know if you may advance. Stage 2. You will go fat 6 of a list of 12 items. The items are a sock, shoe, paper, pen, phone, light bulb, penny, spoon, water, earphones, blanket, keys. Once you have 6 of the 12 items, state each item by name and show it clearly in the camera. Then once you do this correctly, you will say done with stage 2. Stage 3, you will be completing a jigsaw puzzle. The link will be in the chat. It is your job to click on the link and then screen share properly. Once you complete the puzzle, you say done with stage 3. Stage 4, create a stack of 30 objects. Each object must go directly on top of the one below it. Any item counts, so you can think outside of the box. Your camera angle must show the stack as you create it. Stage 5. The last stage, you will unscramble a phrase and write it on the paper and read it out. The first person to finish all 5 stages will win final immunity. For stage 5, you do not have to say, I am done with stage 5. You just show the paper to the camera and read out what it says. If you get it wrong, I will tell you wrong and you can try again. Everyone understand all 5 stages?
Yes.
If you're seen messaging other people, then you will be penalized by 3 hours.
3 hours?
Right?
Wow.
Does everyone have their cups?
Yes.
All right. Whenever I count to 3, this challenge will be on. Is everybody ready?
Survivors ready?
Space Cadets ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. This game is on.
Oh my god.
One, two, three. On with stage 1.
Then you may move on.
Stock, phone, paper, pen, blanket. Done with stage 2.
You may move on to stage 3, Danielle.
1, 2, 3. Done with stage 1.
You may move on, Jake.
I'm really good at this, guys.
Water, sock, key, 2, pen, paper. Done with stage 2.
Jake, you may move on. We have Ashley still working on stage 1, Danielle working on stage 3, and Jake beginning stage 3.
I have like 15 cups all over my floor right now.
There's Survivor music playing in the background.
1, 2, 3. Done with stage 1.
Ashley, move on to stage 2.
Sock, earphones, shoe, pen, phone, paper. Penny. Oh, that's 6, right? Done with stage 2.
Ashley, you may move on. We have everyone working on stage 3. Danielle at 16%, Jake at 5%, and Ashley just beginning. We have a very close race right now. This challenge is far from over. You have got to dig deep.
Some people's heads are bigger.
We have Danielle at 50%, Jake at 20%, and Ashley at 20%. Jake at 35%, Danielle at 64%, Ashley at 38%. She has now lapped Jake. We Danielle at 89%, closing in on stage 3. Jake with 45%. Ashley at 66%. Very close race.
Done with stage 3.
Danielle, you may move on. Ashley at 83% on stage 3, and Jake on 49% on stage 3. Danielle on stage 4.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Done with stage 3.
Ashley, you may move on.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Almost 4.
Yeah, you may
1,
move on to the final stage. I will send you the...
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know if you can see still. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
Now I have 1 immunity.
25, 26,
You need to write it down.
27, 28, 29, 30. Done with stage 4.
Ashley may move on. Jake's still working on stage 3. Danielle and Ashley on the final stage.
Let's get gross.
That is incorrect, Danielle.
Oh my god, where is this?
And whenever you write it down, you need to say the phrase.
Now I have 1 immunity.
That is incorrect.
I just wanted to try again.
Did you say she was incorrect?
Yes.
Done with stage 3.
Jake, you may move on to stage 4.
Oh, God.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Done with stage 4.
You may move on. Everyone on the final stage, where they must unscramble a phrase. One simple phrase can determine the outcome of your games.
I have 1 final immunity.
Congratulations, Ashley, that is correct. You have won the final immunity challenge and sit in the final 2 against a player of your choosing.
I was literally so close. I said I have 1 final and I was checking the immunity.
Oh my god, I'm like shaking so bad, guys.
It has been a very hard-held battle by all 3 of you,
Wow.
and Ashley, you will decide the final person voted out of this game and who you will fight against in the finale.
That was a
Wow.
good battle, guys.
Ashley, how do you feel?
I'm still shaking. I mean, I'm excited, but like obviously I like both of these people, so a tough decision that I have. It's kind of shitty, but it feels good too.
So, seems you have a big decision to think about. We will see you back here for the finale.
I don't know. I was so close to winning immunity. I just broke down. There are no words for what I felt. To be ahead in everything and then lose because I can't fucking figure something out. It's just, I was so upset. And I'm even getting emotional about it right now because, like, I could have won. I could have won this game if only I would have figured out a fucking unscrambler. I just feel like so mad at myself because I'm smarter than that. I'm so smart. And I can't figure it out. Like, it makes me think that it wouldn't matter what I did because I was always gonna lose.
I won! I'm in the final 2! Oh my god, remember my intro video when I was like, hashtag first boot Ashley, and now I'm in the final 2. I also said in my intro video, I don't need an org boyfriend to get to the end, and here I am at the end. Ah. I did it! Yeah. Thank God for jigsaw puzzles. Like, literally, thank God for jigsaw puzzles. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. I'm in the final 2!
I finally met them at the final stage, and it was unscrambling this word, and Tuna almost got it. I was like, well, shit, okay. And so I start writing stuff out, and I'm getting really freaking close, sort of basing what hers was, because it has to be close to that, because she's been working on it for a while. So I write down, I won final immunity, and I was like, okay, well, what word can I build with this? So I start writing down different words, and I have won final, and I'm writing that down, and then I'm going to write immunity, and I'm crossing the letters out, writing it down, and I hear Ashley say, I have won final immunity, and show her freaking card. And I was this close from coming back from a huge deficit, this close to finishing out what I have done in this game, this close to being sure that I was in the final. And that really upsets me because I've played my ass off in this game. I have done every single thing that I could do. I've won every single individual immunity challenge except for one, and now this one. And the fact that I couldn't get this challenge, I couldn't finish what I have started since the beginning of this game, really upsets me.
Shaking. When I was struggling so bad with the cups, it just made my hands shake more, and I was just like, fuck. Wow, so after like the last time that they fell, I just was like, okay, breathe, and then try again.
Yeah. I guess I gotta talk game now. When Felix was talking at Tribal Council, how much of that did you like think about? When Felix was talking about Tuna? I mean, it's definitely something I considered because I do think that I honestly feel like both of you are deserving in your own rights, and it makes it like a really hard decision because I feel like you both have your strengths from the game, and I mean, like, I think I have mine too, but it's just a matter of who is stronger, you know? Yeah, me and Tuna were basically like a duo, I guess you could say, in that most of our decisions hereafter were together. Because like when he was talking about that, I mean, it's all of he was talking about is true. He has played a great game, whereas I've been safe this entire game. I guess that's one of the benefits of taking me, but obviously I really want to go to the end because I've never been at the end of anything. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Like, I think I'm going to hear both of you out, and like, it's
so hard to decide because, you know, I feel like I'm going to lose either way. But
if she tells you, me and Tuna did have a final two. So, I mean, she'll probably bring that up too. Which you could probably have assumed.
I mean, she had said, you know, she wanted to go to the end with me. I don't know how
Did
true.
we have a final two with you too? Because, like, when Felix was saying that, I was like,
I don't think we ever made anything official. A big part of my game was just playing every angle I could. I knew, like, going into it that, like, you two were really close and that if I didn't win, there was a good possibility I was not going to make it to the end. And so, like, I did listen to what Felix had to say. I just didn't want to risk the tie when I was essentially safe, you know?
I didn't have any relationship with the other side at all. Like, Felix, Brady, I didn't at all.
Yeah.
So, I have no idea. And then Nate hates me because I threw him under the bus.
We had our secret relationship.
I was like, boy, you coming at me?
Me and Nate with our secret relationship.
Oh, yeah, you and
from
Nate.
a mini.
Oh, bring that up at the final.
Hi. So, I'm sorry I had to leave. Like, I just started crying instantly because I was just like,
No, you were so close. Like, honestly, I probably wouldn't have gotten it had you not.
yeah.
said
And that's when I
your
immediately I saw it and I was like, okay, well, that's like, I don't know. I was just like so annoyed at the like situation. I was just like, I was leading the whole time and then I just fucking like.
I know you were killing it. I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to catch her.
I don't know. I just felt so upset when I didn't win, and I was just like, shit. I hope like it didn't seem like unsportsmanlike of me. I just like, yeah, and I just like hate losing. I'm so competitive.
I get it.
Like it's just hard to lose. Like it's just really hard to lose.
Yeah.
But you know, I would love for you to keep me. I want you to take me, obviously. I understand you don't, like, if you and Jake are getting closer or whatever, but, like, from the beginning, I've felt like we were kind of working together, and I would really like to go to the end and, like, have a chance to plead my case.
This is what I told him. Like, I'm going to listen to what both of you have to say and, like, weigh both.
And I've been reading the whole time. I have been.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. I think you both are really strong, like, competition in your own ways. Like, he was obviously, like, had to win all the challenges or he would have been gone. And, like, you, I feel like you played the more strategic game.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like for me, I had to play the social game. So I feel like we're all, like...
We're all kind of, like, in the middle. Yeah, that's how I saw it, too.
I know. I mean, like, I told you this. Like, I don't usually work with girls. Like, I usually work with straight males.
I know.
There are females who just kind of, like, sit back and let other people do their bidding or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, like, not do their bidding, but, like, they just do... Those females do whatever they're told.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I met you and Powerhouse, and we like butted heads because we're both these strong, like opinionated females.
Yeah. I don't know. I consider us friends now, I would say.
Yeah, me too. I know where like my head is at and where I'm leaning, like honestly, but I'm still gonna like allow you both to like message.
Yeah, and like if I think of any other points, but like the main things I can think of is like look at Jake's competition wins. Look at the way he, you know, him and Dale were close. I can see Dale getting Jake's vote or Jake getting Dale's vote at least. And I think that he, like with being so personable with people, definitely like Nate would probably vote for him. I would think.
In my head is mainly leaning towards keeping you because, like I said, I've wanted to work with you from the beginning, and we've like said, you know, let's go to the end together. And I've been weirdly all about girl power like this season. I'm like,
oh my God, you're really changing. You're a feminist now. It's really weird to hear from the Ice Queen.
Oh my God, I hate that nickname.
Like, let's take this to the end. Let's fucking do it. And
I won that final immunity challenge because I needed it. I wanted to play a clean game from beginning to end where I didn't have to be the villain. I didn't have to be the big threat. I didn't have to be the ice queen. I didn't have to be Ashley Smith as people knew me. I got to play a different way, and it was really cool. So my competitors, Danny, like I said, she has a very similar story to me, which concerns me in the fact that she did have the powers. She did win an individual immunity. In that aspect, Danny and I's games are very similar, and I feel like if I took her, it might be hard for me to win over her. Jake, on the other hand, Jake had very strong challenge game in that he won almost every challenge. He was only vulnerable twice, and one of those 2 times Danielle played an idol on him. And so did he really have to play other than that? It's debatable. Danielle did a lot of the decision making. Danielle did a lot of the socializing. So in that aspect, I think I could argue better against Jake. I could say, he never really had to play because he relied on immunities. I think Jake would be slightly easier to beat, but Jake is very, very personable. And at the same time, I don't have loyalties to Jake. I had loyalties to Danielle. We had an alliance, and do I try to earn the win and go against Jake? Or do I stick to my loyalty and take Danny? It makes this really hard. You wouldn't think like a 2-week-long game with 8 people would be hard to at the end, but it is. It's you spend time talking to these people and getting to know them, and even in 2 weeks, like, they're your friends. Winning has its disadvantages in the fact that you have to cut someone, but I also secured my spot here. As far as who I'm going to take, I'm still undecided. The soft part of my heart is like leaning towards taking Danielle, loyalty, and the fact that worst game ever is for the queens, Queens only winning. My head is saying I can beat Jake easier. It's a battle between my head and my heart at this point, and I don't know which one's going to prevail.
Good evening, Space Cadets. It is time to pay tribute to those who have been ejected from the spaceship and floated into space. We will go through each contestant that has been eliminated in the order they were eliminated, and each of you will say a little bit about them. So first, we will begin with Elise.
I knew Elise before this, and like her having to leave early was kind of tragic because she's a hell of a player. It would have been interesting to see how the game would have fallen had she stayed.
I agree with you in that it would be very interesting to see how the game would have played if she didn't have to leave. Other than that, yeah, she seemed cool, personally.
Elise was someone I had known from previously. We hated each other, and we were going to turn over a new leaf in the game. She would have probably been someone I worked closely with. It sucked seeing her go, but knowing the way that she plays, I guess it is a good thing that she did leave early, because she would probably be sitting here rather than 2 of you guys. So
The next fallen Space Cadet is Nate.
I met Nate once in a mini, and he wanted to keep that secret, which I still don't understand, but I did, and he was just a hot mess. Every hour he was like, let's talk, and it just was too much. Even though I voted to save him, I'm glad he went when he did, because I couldn't handle much more of that.
Nate was trying to throw my entire game under the bus, basically, and I almost went that round. But if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have you guys as great friends anymore, because everything happened back then. But that vote basically got me to where I was here today.
don't know where to start. It wanted me out so bad for I really don't know what reason. Talking to him was terrible because he never really listened. He did a lot of talking, not a lot of listening. I'm happy that he went the round that he did, because he probably would have made it farther. Obviously not be here, because no one would have let that happen, but I think he was a pretty good game player. just overplayed really hard.
The next floated Space Cadet was Michael Brady.
I never talked to him face to face, except if it was a group call, and he was trying to vote me out. So, other than that, he messaged me a lot, kept saying that I was safe, then I would keep him safe, and none of that happened. So I don't know about him. He's kind of crazy.
Coming into this, he and I were vowed to be tight to each other, and I think round 1 we were, and then round 2 it started getting worse. No matter how much I try, he's just a real snake in the grass. He is very, very good player.
He and I have had a roller coaster of a relationship in games. He is a very, very good player. He is smart, he's charismatic, and so I wasn't in on his blind side, but like the fact that he went when he did, I wasn't upset.
Now we'll move on to Dale.
I forgot my warm beer.
Exactly.
I don't know if there's anything else I need to say.
I mean, I guess I was sort of aligned with her when, after round 1, when Nate thought that me and her were all in an alliance with him. But, I mean, there's that. She got to Final Four with us. For a second.
Her and I, we like got along in messages, but we never got on a call together. I just don't think she was like super invested, and it was hard to try to make anything work, especially when it came down to me, her, and Danielle a couple times for the vote, and it just wasn't.
She was fun.
It wasn't right for me to keep her over.
Yeah, I liked her though. She was fun.
In the game, she started a bunch of rumors that weren't true about me and about Nate, so I'm happy that she never got far, I guess, because she would have been able to probably lie to everyone and everyone would probably believe it. So I'm happy that she didn't get any further. Wish she somehow got out earlier, but unfortunately, things had to happen the way they did, I guess.
And the final person is Felix.
Felix was gunning for me round 1, so like I never really felt any sense of loyalty to or from him. And he always seemed more concerned with another game that he was in, so it was hard to even try to work with him. And then looking back, like he had his safety net of his power, so he never really was invested, and it read in his gameplay, I think.
I tried to go after him in the very beginning because I thought he had a power, and he did not the power that I thought it was, which got me into a lot of trouble because we tried to spin a lot of stuff that didn't really work. I mean, he literally floated with an air tank to the end, so.
Felix and I actually had a few conversations. I helped him get the power. Yeah, I think he was a pretty good person. We talked a lot about like personal situations, and I didn't really expect that when I first had spoken with him. He seems pretty, closed off, very game body, but out of this game, he's actually a really nice guy. When he wanted to, he could play like Nate. When he wanted to, he could play like Dale, and that's the best comparison that I could even give. I don't know. I'm happy he's not sitting here.
Glad to be sitting here with you two.
Same.
Well, on a darker note, next 10 minutes, Ashley will cast her 1 vote to eliminate the final player of the season. You may not have seen this coming. You may have thought it was going to be a little bit later tonight. Jake, Danielle, it is the end for one of you. You will have time to plead your case to Ashley one last time, and then she will make her decision.
Ashley, hello. We've played this game not really together, actually sort of on different sides until the final few votes. Obviously, I really want to make it to the end. I've never made it this far in anything, and it would be great to go and fight against you in the end. Other than that, it's your decision. I played this game having fun, putting my heart out. I loved it. with you, with Tuna. Both of you guys are going to be friends for a long, long time. But whatever your decision is, I respect it. And
I don't know how much I have to say at this point. I've told you, why I think I should be there. And I feel like you've already made that decision, so I don't know if I'm just preaching to the aliens above or if whatnot, but day one, I knew I wanted to be in the finals with you. I would have cut Jake in a heartbeat because he's a scary player. He's would have won, and I could only preach to you that I was loyal to you, that I wanted to be in the end with you. I understand you have to make the moves you had to make, but from my thing, I was always loyal to you. I would appreciate being in the end with you, being able to fight it with you. We started the game together, and I would love to end the game together. But at the end of the day, I have to, respect the decisions you have to make. At this point, I have to just sit back and see what you're gonna do.
All right, Ashley, take a minute, take it all in, and when you're ready, you can give your reasoning and make your decision.
This is incredibly hard because I have a lot of respect for both of you. Danielle, like you said, we came into this and said we wanted to work together. We wanted to turn over a new leaf. And it has been amazing to become friends and the actual friends to work together and get to this point. Jake, like you said, we didn't work together that well at the beginning. But in the past few rounds, we've really become friends, and so it makes it hard, especially how we spent the weekend hanging out on calls and having fun. So to be in this situation and having to choose really is hard. At the end of the day, you're both amazing competitors. I think you both have played great games, and I am probably playing for second either way. And I'm sorry, Danielle. I'm going to vote you.
Danielle, it is official. You have been ejected from the Worst Game Ever spaceship. Please say your goodbyes.
I'm sorry. I don't really have much to say to either of you. I don't know. What? It's been an amazing game. It just sucks to be here third. I guess actions speak louder than words, so we'll see what happens.
Sorry.
And with that, we have come to the end of a wild journey. We have our final two Space Cadets, Ashley and Jake. Now, you have a bit before the finale. Go gather your thoughts and prepare. How are you feeling right now?
Sad. Broken. I don't know.
Do you feel like you let your fans down?
I do. I feel like this was the one game that I felt like I deserved to win, and I deserved to be in the end. And for them to be sitting there when they shouldn't be, because I could have let them die. I could have let them drift off into space, but I kept them here. Like, without me, they wouldn't be there. And it just sucks that I was so close and I couldn't make it.
Well, I will say that it has been a pleasurable joy to watch you play this season, so I don't think you'll disappoint anyone.
Thank you. Just the feeling of having it and then losing it, it's just a lot, and I really don't know who I'm gonna vote for, because I don't think either of them deserve to be there. Like, being the most deserving and not getting there. I've never played a strategic game ever, and this is the first time I've ever been strategic, and I had to live up to the strategic mastermind big fucking tuna tag, and I did, and I don't even get to say I won.
I'm in the final two. I cannot be more happy and overjoyed of being in this position. I've never gotten this far into a game ever, and I'm happy because I didn't have to win that last one to get me to this spot, and hopefully I can bring home the win, be the first male winner of the worst game ever. I really wanted to be here and have the full experience. I never thought I would actually do this, and it's just, I'm overjoyed. I'm being in this position with Ashley and everything. It's sad to see Tuna the way she is, and she is such a great player. She would have won if either me or Ashley were sitting next to her. It was a smart decision on Ashley's part to get rid of her. It's a big thing with loyalty, though. She brought up a good point. Tuna said she would cut me, and I would have cut Tuna too, and Ashley and Tuna were loyal to each other. So I don't know if Tuna would give me her vote or if she'll give it to Ashley for making a good move to get rid of her. I don't know what's going on. My fingers are crossed that there's a W at the end of this, and I'll be the next king now of the worst game ever.
That was rough. Even while they were speaking, even while I was speaking, I was still conflicted. And I think had I looked at Danielle's face, I would have said I was voting out Jake. And I would have lost to Danielle, and I would have taken it. But I wanted a fighting chance, and that's why I couldn't look at Danielle. I feel awful. I feel like shit right now. Like, I hope that this doesn't reflect on our friendship outside the game. I hope she knows that everything, like, mending our friendship was genuine. As excited as I am for finale, it's overshadowed by the fact that I just had to do that. I have mad respect for Danielle as a person, as a player, as a friend. She's incredible. I had to do what I thought was best for me, and I'll probably lose regardless, but I've played so many orgs that, like, at some point, winning usually takes a backseat, and it becomes about the relationships that you've made. It becomes about the people, and you have a heart. And I know people don't think I have one, that I'm heartless, and that's just kind of like reiterates that for them, and that sucks. I play to win. I'm super competitive. I can see it within my reach. I wanted to be as genuine as possible and to be as honest as possible. And I did want to go to the end with Danielle, and that's why I was so conflicted. I wanted to, but my head and my heart were saying different things. And in a game, you have to go with your head, not your heart. I love you, and I'm so sorry.
Alright, hello, final two, the last two Space Cadets standing. Tonight you will both plead your cases to the jury of 5. I will send them the link to this stream now, and they will begin tuning in momentarily. One by one, you will each start with an opening speech, then the jury will come in for questioning. They will get to speak with you however long they want. Then, after all the jury members are through, you each will close out the night with a closing speech. Then the jury will vote. Then we will reveal the winner, and the season will be a wrap. It has been a pleasure watching both of you play this season, and I cannot wait to see how tonight turns out. Now, who wants to begin with their opening speech?
Ladies first, if you want to go.
Great. Well, I came into this just planning on having fun, and I did. What no one really expected was that I would be as invested as I was. In fact, it's the reason that I was targeted first. My will was questioned, my desire to play, but I have actually been all in from the very beginning, and it's gotten me here with no gimmicks, no powers, nothing other than my social skills and my strategic moves, and an immunity win when it mattered the most. From the very beginning, I was the underdog, the outcast of season 1, when Brady and Felix decided that I was the expendable one. Even if Elise hadn't quit, I spent that round building a relationship with season 2 to ensure my safety. And the next round, I guaranteed my safety by winning the challenge with a huge lead, despite being asked to throw. My strategy was always to ensure it wasn't me. A key component in that was my alliance with Danielle from very early on, and we worked together to take the target off of each other more than once. In the second round, as soon as Nate told me he was going to vote Danielle, I went to Danielle and Brady and told them, and I think that was a key part in what led to Nate versus Jake that round. At the initial Final Four, Danielle and I immediately decided to keep each other safe with our slots and her vote steal, and we were able to guarantee Final 3. When Felix came back, he would have been the easy beat in the finals. But I was not going to the wheel for him. My name wasn't even brought up as an option that round. So I immediately went to Jake and Danielle that round to stick together and be a strong Final 3. I knew that if Jake had won final immunity, he would have brought Danielle. I don't know where Danielle really would have gone, so I knew I wanted my fate in my own hands, and here I am. I did that. I came from 2 tasks behind in final immunity to end up winning. I had to fight from the very beginning. I was never able to feel comfortable or rest on immunity or anything. Every round I was fighting. My connections that I had made with people, conversations I made, those kept me safe. I didn't need powers. Hell, I didn't even make the video to look for them. At times I downplayed myself by being silly, doing makeup on calls, talking about fractions and percentages, and downplaying relationships so that people underestimated me. I came to play, and I did, and I'm here because of that. I was a target a majority of the time, but never was actually in danger due to my own actions in this game. I knew when to be loyal to certain people and when to flip to benefit myself. I think I am a deserving worst winner ever. I welcome any questions you have and hope that you'll be understanding and I can answer to the best of my ability.
Thank you. Jake, you may now do your opening speech.
Hello, jury, and thank you guys for playing this amazing game for me. I've been having such a fun time this entire game. I guess going into this, I knew that I would be a target since the beginning. I am known for being very good in competitions. I'm a big physical competitor. Going into round 1, I knew that first challenge that I couldn't show how good I am, so I actually tried to throw it a little bit. That's why I went second and not third, just in case we lost the second one. As in me, I had Dale there to finish it off, but I'm not seen as a big challenge threat. During round 1, we had the first power up for grabs, and I had my suspicions with Felix having the power, and for that reason, a majority of our season 2 people decided to target Felix. So I went to Felix and I was able to act like I didn't know the answer just to read his reactions. And from sitting there on call with him, I was able to use my social skills and his cues from talking to me on that he was hiding something from me. Moving on to next round, I was in danger. I didn't have that chance for that safety. Nate and Dale, they all assumed, and I assumed for a second that we were going to go after Tuna. Here's the catch, and I had a good relationship, and I was adamant on forming good relationships with everybody, and I had my strongest relationship with Tuna, with Danielle. And so when he said that we want to go after her, I didn't want to vote her out. So I lied to everyone. I kept a lot of people in the dark with what I was planning on doing, including Nate. And I was more than willing to vote out Nate. Then Nate decided to throw us under the bus, and I had to rely on my social skills to save myself. I knew I was going home no matter what. I knew season 1 was voting for me. What saved me was my relationship with Tuna, getting her to play that idol on me that she found at the vote. Moving on into individual immunity, I knew this was my time to shine. I knew that I am strong with this. I'm strong with my physical capabilities, and I knew that I was already seen as a threat. I knew that in that round, if I didn't win immunity, my name would be on the chopping block, and that was a crucial point for my game because there was 3-3. If season 2 had lost a player during that round, this whole game would have been a different story. I made the decision last second that we should turn the votes to Brady. and tell everybody that we're voting Felix in case Felix had Brady play the idol on himself. And that turned out to be a huge play in the rest of this game because it wasn't an idol, and us getting Brady out first ensured that Brady would not be able to come back, and it would just be Felix by himself for the rest of the game. During the round between Felix, Ashley, and Tuna and me, I chose loyalty over deceit because Tuna saved me all the way back then, and I knew that I couldn't do her dirty. And so I was going to the end with Ashley and Tuna and voting out Felix. And then going to the end, I knew I had to win this last immunity or I'd be going home just because I was a physical threat. And I actually surprised myself with how well I was doing in this game. And the fact that Ashley chose me over Tuna, even though Tuna's such a big threat in this game, I'm glad to be sitting here and I'm glad to be battling against Ashley. And I hope I'm ready for any questions, and I hope you guys vote for me.
Thank you, Jake. We will be joined by our first Space Cadet juror momentarily.
Hello, Brady.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Brady.
So first off, Jake, I mean, we didn't really get to know each other that well during the game, but I think you had a really good speech, and I liked you outlining your game, and I feel like I learned a lot more about you, and I know you're a really good dude, so I don't have anything negative to say about you. Ashley, you're definitely, like your speech said, you were the underdog during the season, and you still are the underdog. I mean, there's members of the jury, Dale, that claim to not be bitter, but they definitely are, and you're going to have to, like, really kill it tonight if you want any shot against Jake. You definitely still made the right decision in voting out Danielle because it did increase your chances of winning. My question to both of you is the same. So I want to know what you took from the first time you guys played, so Ashley in season 1 and Jake in season 2, and what you guys did differently this time around, and what you saw that you made mistakes in your first time and you changed it and made yourself better in that area this time around to get your guys' selves to the final 2.
I guess my first time I played, I played with a group of people that I knew. And so it was easy to stick with people that I knew and I was comfortable with. And I think that was a huge detriment to my game. I got 25th, I think, or 24th, or somewhere in the 20s. And I was voted out with Sam because my people had a good relationship with those people. I necessarily didn't have a good relationship with her. I think that's what I learned coming into this game is that I knew someone. I knew Nate. I easily got to know him, but as soon as he is on edge, he's more than willing to throw anybody else under the bus. No shame to you, Nate. I still love you as a person, but no matter what, I knew what would happen and I knew how I could save myself based on Nate doing me wrong in the past. I had to form new relationships as like Danielle. I didn't know her last time I played. And that relationship is what actually saved me in this game.
Well, Brady, you played the majority of my first season with me. Actually, you played all of it with me. We were on the same team, and you're very well aware that in season 1, I let Patrick play for me, basically. I sat back. I didn't make decisions. I didn't care. The difference here is I cared, and I did play. And, people can say I didn't, that I just sat back and let other people make those calls. But the whole time I was sitting there making decisions too. I fought. I never needed to rest on immunities or powers or anything because of the game I was playing. And I didn't want to rely on anything or any one person in this game. And that's how I played differently.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. You're both deserving winners. So whoever wins, congratulations. And
Thank you.
See you later.
Nate.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Not really caring at the moment. So both of you really quick mute. Don't worry, Jake, I'm not gonna let you. So Jake, I'm sure you know, just based off of conversations we had in the past, that I have debate experience, and that my debate experience is mostly grounded in breaking down arguments and finding what's wrong with them. I found faults in both of your arguments here tonight. I do have a question for you, but before I get to the questions, if either of you mention the word percent or anything that has something to do with probability, I will mute you and I will move on to the other person.
Can you elaborate on what you mean by percent?
I will mute you too, Austin. Ashley, my first question is, you had a final 2 with me. how many Final Twos did you have in this game?
Honestly, you were the only official one. Danielle and I had both said we would like to go to the end together, but we never made anything official.
When did you tell people that we had a connection?
It wasn't until Final Four,
Okay.
I think, when Felix came back. Because it was a Friday night when we were all drinking.
Okay, and giving that information away, how did that benefit you?
It had no relevancy to the game at that point.
Okay, I think that I can disagree with that because of the fact that I was under the impression that we did have a really good relationship. And when you said that when you went and told people about me voting for Danielle, and then you're telling me now that we had a Final Two and that I was your true Final Two, that's why I'm having trouble believing you. So, Jake, your connection with Danielle did not save you. You had a massive amount of luck that round. It was because of the wheel. Getting that fourth vote was initially critical because, one, that saves you and puts you down to a less likely chance that you're going to go home. On top of that, Danielle getting the idol and saving you. Danielle, I think, made the correct move in doing that, not just because, one, she trusted you more, but at that point in time, it was strategically correct to play the idol on you because if she didn't, there was a chance she was going home by the wheel. There are two. Hi, Brady.
Nick, be quiet. You're annoying.
Okay. However, I do think that you're correct in saying that your physical game was the best one out of anyone here. I don't think anyone's going to question that. And that is 1/3 of like physical, social, strategic. And I do think your social game was good. I don't think it was good as Ashley's, but it was good. But I do think your strategy was not very good, in my opinion. I don't know who I'm going to vote for. I want to listen to what the other jurors have to say. But for now, good luck, guys. You did a great job. And see you on the other side.
I really need to pee. I'm here.
Remember when we weren't supposed to say like percentages or fractions, and then he used the fraction 1/3?
That's 30%. I love you, Nate. Hello.
I felt and now I'm on the floor. I have nothing because I felt I really don't really have much to say. I didn't really work that hard at this game at all. I kind of felt like it was an extended mini for me, to be honest. My vote's, I guess, up in the air. I haven't really been paying attention because I felt so. To Ashley, why do you deserve it more than Jake?
I think that I actually had to fight majority of the time. He had safety almost every single round. And, you know, that's a strategy too, having competitions, but being a target, being vulnerable at almost every single round and having to actually fight to stay, that's why.
I don't really think that you were that vulnerable though, because you were kind of like with everybody at one point. So I feel like you were always safe with somebody because like considering everyone wanted to keep you around.
But that's how I thought I made those connections too.
Yeah. Safe. So like I don't think that you were ever like at risk like how you feel like you were. I'm not taking that away from you. I just feel like
right.
Everyone wanted to take you to the end, basically.
I meant vulnerable.
Not to the end, but they wanted to keep you around.
I meant vulnerable in the sense that I didn't have that safety, and so I needed to do what I had to do to ensure that my name wasn't the target.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that. I'm not wasting my data on this tonight. I don't care that much. It's not worth a gigabyte.
Well.
Hello.
Hello. He's back a third time. Oh no.
I'm back again. I'm gonna start with Ashley. Ashley, honestly, the only thing I have to ask you, because as you know, I'm currently playing BBL with Brady and Patrick. And my question to you is, seeing as I'm the only person in the Season 1 Alliance who hasn't had sex with Patrick, I want to know how Patrick is in bed. So if you could rank Patrick on a scale of 1 to 10 in bed, what would you give him?
I'm not gonna discuss sex with my ex, sorry.
Don't worry, I'm just kidding with you. I honestly had nothing to ask you. I was just joking. However, Jake.
Okay.
Jake. See, I came into this game and I was hoping that a man would finally be able to win worst game ever. However, now I'm torn between you and Ashley, because while Ashley is a woman, you are probably the biggest pussy in this game. So the only thing I have to ask you is that I want you to prove yourself as a man. And if you can do that, you can slide into my DMs and that's probably going to be fine. But yeah, that's really all I had to say. I don't really have a question. Yeah, good luck.
Thanks.
Thanks. Did he just ask for a dick pic?
I think he did.
I thought this was like PG.
I'm very.
Did we just like get bumped up to triple X?
Hello.
Hi, Danny.
Hello. Okay, this is my time, so if any of you talk during this, you're not getting my vote. Let that be very clear. I don't really know what to say because I'm still in shock. I'm still upset, and it makes me think that I played this game all wrong. And I think that I have a lot of regrets. One of them playing the idol on you, Jake. I should have never done that. I should have voted you out. That was such a stupid move for me to make. One thing that you said was that you made me play the idol on you. Let that be very known that you didn't make me do anything. You didn't even know I had the idol. I think my other biggest regret is trusting Ashley with anything. I remember why I didn't like her, and unfortunately that was the situation that it came down to, that you can never trust someone that you should have never trusted. I don't have much I want to ask you. I just want you guys to know, although it was, I guess, nice getting to know you, I feel like it was all fake. Jake, you stopped talking to me the minute one of us didn't win immunity. And I understand you were probably gone, but you were always in the house chat saying shit. You were always talking to Ashley. It makes me believe that our genuine connection wasn't very genuine, and that you really don't want to be friends with me. And if you don't, that's fine. I just think that kind of tells who you are as a person. Ashley, don't really know what I want. I don't know if I have anything really to say to you that's going to be positive right now. I don't know. I get that you did a smart thing for yourself, but I am someone who plays on personal connections and the way that someone has kept you safe. And it just sucks knowing that I feel like if I didn't help you guys, you wouldn't be here. And it makes me really upset that you guys are sitting here and I'm sitting here when I think I deserved it a lot more. Just pisses me off and makes me angry. But I keep hearing, you guys explain your game. I want to give at least 2 facts about every single person on the jury.
Nate, he's in college and works as a security job. Brady, I don't know anything about Brady. I'll be honest. I never had a conversation with him. Felix, I know he wants my dick pic, but that's about it. Dale, she was fun to hang out with. I don't know much about her, and that's it.
Me?
And you.
Oh, I'm on the jury, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a genuine connection with you. I'm sorry.
It just felt like you didn't. And I understand that. Whatever. It just was annoying to me.
I know it probably seemed annoying, but the second that we were done with that challenge, I had to talk to Ashley for the game, and then I had to go pack for my trip. And then I was hammered all week, and I only messaged in the thing when someone else messaged there. I didn't even think about it. I'm sorry. I do have a genuine connection with you, 100%. Everything this past weekend was out of this world fun. I never thought that coming into a game like this, I don't do this often. This is only the fourth game I played, fourth. The other ones, I barely had any, I didn't care about. And this one was fun, and I got to get far with people that I actually had fun with. After you played that idol on me, I played this entire game with you, no matter what. And I was completely genuine to that point. And that's why I don't know anything about everybody else, is because I talked with you. So I'm sorry I made you feel that way. I'm truly sorry.
I'm sorry if it's what I said was mean. It just hurts. It hurts to be in this position, because, I made it Final Three with two people that like I consider to be the closest people in the game, and like I don't know, it's just hard. It's really hard. I didn't mean to like get it all emotional when I wanted to win, obviously, but I do respect both of you tons. Don't forget that, and you know, keep fighting for this. I think both of you have a really good shot at winning, and my vote's still up in the air, I guess, that generic ass line, but I appreciate you guys a lot, so good luck.
Thank you.
Now, all 5 jurors have came in and asked what they have had to ask. Now it is time for you two to plead your case for the final time this season. Since Ashley went first with opening, she will close us out tonight, and Jake will start with the closing speech. Remember, this is your last chance to convince the jurors that you should win Worst Game Ever 3. Jake?
I guess I'll start from the beginning, even before I got into this whole community. A year ago this month, I never even knew that this stuff existed. I never even knew that any of this existed. And then someone reached out to me and asked if I wanted to play because he saw on a Survivor audition tape. I'm not this kind of person that goes on the computer and knows what to do. I'm not a computer person. I genuinely don't know how much I actually like playing the actual games face to face. It's hard for me to make relationships when I don't have connections with all of you guys who are already in a community like this. I'm looking at all of these relationships that I missed out on. Not knowing anybody, I had to start fresh, and I had to focus on competitions. I had to focus on that. And then even when I didn't have my competitions to back me up, I didn't have that safety. The people who I were working with, the people that I did have good relationships with, i.e. Danielle, she had the power. She had something to help me. And getting through this game was a lot of luck and a lot of ability. Strategic. I didn't have the best strategic gameplay, but I had great physical gameplay. No matter what, I came to this game trying to make friends because it's something that I haven't done before. This is a smaller cast, and I really honestly tried. I just don't have things in common. I want to change that, and I'm hoping that being in this position, being in a final like this, that I'll finally get to have conversations with people, have people come to me and talk to me, even when I'm out of game. And that's something that I look forward to, and it's something that I'm looking forward to all of you, the jury, and everybody coming after this game and hanging out on call. And I hope you guys vote for me. Love all of you. Good luck, Ashley. Thank you, Austin. I'm out.
Thank you. Ashley, you're up, closing us out tonight.
In terms of my game as a whole, I had the mentality, I'm here for me. I did make an alliance with Danielle very, very early. My relationship with Danielle coming into this game was not the greatest. We were friends, but we weren't friends. And walking away from this, we are friends. And that is in large part due to the fact that we trusted each other. We got each other through a lot of votes. Like Dale said, I was never truly vulnerable, and that's due to my social ability in this game. We had a cast of 8 people, and I took the time to get to know everyone and to build those relationships, and that's why I was never really vulnerable. I fought to get those relationships. I didn't have to scramble. I didn't have to panic because I had already laid that groundwork. And I won the final immunity when it mattered. And I did take out Danielle, who is very, very deserving. And she played hard. And that is a huge move, even if it's at the very end. I worked hard all game, even if it was more under the radar, even if I was the underdog. I played hard, and I definitely think I'm deserving of the win.
All right, if you guys would both mute, I'm going to go gather the votes from the jury.
Shout out to Dale for being a bitter, stupid snake. My vote goes to the person who slayed this game. Goodbye, Austin.
After thinking it over and over and over, I think deserves it, so I vote win.
I vote for.
I vote for to win. Whatever the fuck this was.
I vote for to win.
2 weeks ago, 8 of you embarked on a thrilling journey through space and time, and it has come down to the final 2 Space Cadets. Many have fallen. There were 5 votes cast, meaning the lucky number is 3 votes. First person to get 3 votes will win and be crowned the winner of Worst Game Ever 3 Supernova. No matter which way this goes tonight, you both are deserving winners. You obviously both don't win. One of you is going to get the title, one of you is not, but you still should both be proud of yourselves. All right.
Can you elaborate on 3 out of 5 votes?
60%. I will read the votes. If anyone has a power to play, now would be the time to do so.
Julie, I'd like to play my switcheroo.
I'm sorry, Danielle, this is a Dollar Tree coupon. This is not switcheroo. All votes are still valid.
I thought that was real.
First vote from Felix goes to Ashley. That is 1 vote for Ashley. Second vote from Dale goes to Jake.
Thank you, Dale.
We have 1 vote for Ashley, 1 vote for Jake. Third vote comes from Nate. Nate voted for Jake to win. That is 2 votes for Jake,
Thank
1
you.
vote for Ashley. Michael has voted for Ashley to win Worst Game Ever 3. That's 2 votes for Ashley, 2 votes for Jake. It all comes down to Strategic Mastermind Big Tuna's votes, which will decide the outcome of the rest of one of your lives. Danielle has voted for the winner of Worst Game Ever 3. Jake. Congratulations, Jake. By a 3-2 vote, you are the winner of Worst Game Ever 3.
Ashley, thank you. Danielle, thank you.
Wow.
I think you deserve it.
Take that check.
Get it, kid.
I've I honestly never thought I would come into one of these and never win. Honestly. Thank you guys.
Good job to both of you. You guys did a great job arguing your points.
Wow. Dale just messaged me. Congrats.
She's so pressed.
She's so fake.
And so it seems Worst Game Ever has entered a new era as we have the first male winner. But congratulations.
It's still unproven, I would like to remind everybody.
Can you just tell us your dick size? Like, everyone's wondering.
Stay tuned for a preview of where Worst Game Ever is headed next. Deep in the heart of no man's land stands a dark, unforgiving island. There is no wildlife, no food, nothing but the game. This is the place where 20 new players will begin the next evolution of the worst game ever. Who will become the next champion and who will burn up trying? Find out on October 15th in Worst Game Ever 4, Vulcan Island.